Kicking It with Killboy. Episode, what episode is this?
18?
Episode 18. Barely Legal Edition.
Mommy.
Hey guys, what's up? Daryl Cannon here, aka Killboy.
And Lori Cannon, aka Killgirl.
And Rocky Cannon, aka
Rocky.
Princess Bunhead.
Ah!
Shoot! Shoot! So yeah, we're coming to you with episode 18.
From the top secret location, Camp KB.
In Robinsonville, North Crack-a-lackin'. Camera's recording? Yeah, camera's recording. All right, so we're gonna give you the update on what's been going on, what's coming up, how the trees are looking, the big questions that everybody's asking. So with that said, take it away, Rocky.
Like, for those of you that enjoyed the pup entertainment last week, behold, it is back again this week for another round. And we thought we would film from the same location this week so you can see what the color change looks like now compared to a couple weeks ago when we filmed the last episode.
It's back that way. It's back over there.
Took the car through today with the 360 cameras, and we got some video of the leaf situation that we'll try to have together and edit a little clip so that we can drop it in here later on and show you some footage of what it looks like out there.
Coming up first, I believe we had talked a few episodes ago about working with Allison at Rider Magazine, and that October issue has come out. And that's one of Daryl's shots right there on the cover.
Yay!
Congratulations, Daryl.
Cover photo. Woo woo. But yeah, this month's episode of Rider Magazine features us a shot we got on the cover and some info about our cabin, our collaboration with Fontana Village in there. So check that out.
In other news, if you follow Daryl's postings on Facebook and his cell phone dumps, you'll see where we were out on the bikes recently. We were helping to film, was it a tourism commercial for the state of North Carolina?
We had to knock the dust off the scrambly mamblies and get those out, do a little bit of riding to be bit parts in a little
feature
commercial they were shooting. Really cool to see. Other videographers, setups, we traded some suggestions and ideas, and that's what the video industry is kind of cool. Like, there's still a lot of little tricks of the trade, that we all know. I saw what they were doing at one point and gave them a suggestion of something that we do with car rigging, and they thought that was a really handy idea. So it was cool just to talk shop with some other camera gearheads.
So this is not our first time, working in this capacity with other people in the film industry. A few years ago, we got to ride the bikes, and if you've been over to Pigeon Forge to their, what is it called? The SkyFly Soar America ride, and notice part of the intro is filmed on the Skyway, and this is where Daryl and I went to check out the SkyFly over in Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, it's like a 4D theater. Is that what it is, 4D?
I think so.
Yeah, it's one that has the moving.
You're flying like through America, and I believe it's the opening bit, or one of the opening bits that Daryl was in. They cut the footage right as I was getting ready to come in frame, and they cut it, and I'm like, no!
Shows a line of bikes coming out from under the drone. So they flew this sort of Cinedrone around and got footage at different places around the country, and you ride this ride and go to different landmarks around the country, and one of them was the Smoky Mountains and whatnot. So we got some friends, and we went out with our motorcycles and worked with the crew that day, and they got this shot where we're all flying. We're all driving down the road, and the drone comes flying through, and we come out from under it, and it's like there's 8 bikes total of us, and like 7 bikes come out, and then they cut to the next shot, and Lori was on the last bike.
Wah, wah.
That's what you get.
That's what I get. Now I'm not famous, and he is, because he's on the ride in Pigeon Forge.
So we're on movie theater. We've starred on a movie screen.
Yeah.
Well, I have, not her.
I almost did.
Rocky.
But anyway, yeah, Daryl gets to do like all the fun stuff. So he just got back from a race at Indy. Tell us a little bit about that.
So got asked to help shoot this team for the GT World Challenge Series, and Indianapolis Motor Speedway was the final race of the season. There's a Porsche team there called RS1 that reached out to our friends that do Chasing Curves videos and whatnot. So a team of 3 of us went down there for a few days, ran around the track getting clips and footages of the team, and put cameras in the car. I got some rigging footage from the glasses that I will share with on our YouTube channel, and maybe we can work it into here if we got time. But yeah, we rigged up the car with cameras, and we went around the track, got shots, and then we're working on putting together a piece for them. So it was really fun. Got to see, a lot of cool racing, a lot of good action. Rossi was there, Valentino Rossi was there, driving for one of the teams, and they did well. Our team ended up finishing like 5th, I think, which was good. They qualified like 9th or something, so they worked their way up a little bit. But the end of the race, the last 3 hours got pretty well rained out, storms and lightning and stuff, so they had to sort of shut it down. But it made for some cool footages at night and everything, with all the reflections off the track at night with all the lights and whatever. It was really cool. Had a good time. Got soaking wet. It's a lot of work. A lot of running around. That track is huge, so I went around the perimeter of it getting shots, and there's a lot of walking, but it was worth it. Got really cool shots. Rented this 200 to 600 millimeter Sony lens. That lens is not terribly expensive, by the way. It's like a $2,000 lens. But it allowed me to really get in tight. Shooting even through chain link fence, I would just focus past it and it would just disappear. So I didn't really need to, we didn't get asked to do this in time to get media credentials. You got to get those like months in advance. So we had to work within the boundaries of regular spectators, and I did have a crew pass, so I could go where the race team went behind the pit wall, but it wasn't a great place to be getting many angles other than some pit stops and driver changes and things like that. But as far as action in the corners, I had to just go where the regular attendees were able to go, but it was still close enough. With that lens, I could get good stuff. I also got a 2x teleconverter for it, but I didn't even need it. It was too much zoom, and it cut down on the light intake. So I just used that lens straight on the camera. You're working with big boy lenses when you have to attach the camera to the lens. You don't put the lens on the camera. That lens was so big, I had to set it down and stick the camera body on it and click it on, because it was just like a big telescope. But fun to use. May look into get one of those for other stuff. It won't be any good for working on the Dragon too close to the road out there, but very dramatic angles and real cool footage. Had a good time.
Recently, there was a new video came out by VINwiki.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they're calling it The Dragon King.
Yeah, it's about an article that was in Road and Track. Was that like 10 years ago or something?
I think it was over 10 years ago.
Yeah. So yeah, Road and Track wrote a fantastic article that just a lot of people clicked with this article and how it made them get into mountain driving and coming to this area, but not always about this area. It was just something that really resonated with enthusiasts of the scene that is mountain driving, and a lot of people say it's amazing article that was written back then, and it's still online. We'll try to put a link to it in the comments, but all the photo links or whatever you want to call it, it's broken, so there's no photos left on the online article, but the wording is there, and it's just fantastic article.
Yeah, and I have looked and looked and looked, because we had several copies that we had bought of the magazine, and I've got like a couple of totes full of magazines that we've had photos in over the years, and I found one of the totes, but it's not the one that has that magazine in it. Yeah.
Maybe we can find it
So I'm
again.
still on the look for that.
But they mentioned me in the VINwiki video about how I put the editor with who was considered the Dragon King.
And no, we're not telling you who it is.
It's not me. But yeah, they give us a shout in there, so that was cool.
And I want to say a thank you to the folks in the comments, because y'all came through and you let us know what the mystery blue car was that we couldn't figure out. It was a second gen RX-7.
Right, that's kind of what I thought it was. But on that note, I just want to mention thank you. If you can interact with this video, we really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm promote our video. If you just like it, leave a comment, share it, subscribe, all those things that everybody always tells you to do. It really does help if you just somehow interact with the video. We don't want to have to use, clickbait and trickery to get y'all to get the video out there like some people do. So I appreciate you guys interacting with it in any way. Thank you.
There was someone that let us know what the really cool little blue car was that had the mirrors on it.
Oh yeah,
that were attached was
the
a
little K car.
Nissan Po.
How's that spelled? P-A-O?
Powell.
Powell.
And there was another one in the highlights this week, a white one. So, it was a different one. It's like...
Ever seen one of those things before, and now
like
we've got two in like 2 weeks. It's crazy. So really cool.
I haven't looked into it, but the commenter did mention that the cars have like maybe 50 horsepower. Right. So it's pretty impressive that they were able to make it up there and make it up the hills and everything.
Right. It was, what do you say, like 55 mile an hour top speed probably, but that's like Grom territory.
Maybe he was the 55, maybe it wasn't 50 horsepower.
Something like that. I mean, it wasn't far off from that either.
Yeah.
But that's not far off from like Grom performance, power to weight ratio and all that stuff. So they get through the Dragon pretty good. I mean, it's something that small can carry its speed through the turns to where it doesn't really need to slow down much. They can surprise you. Small wheelbase, short wheelbase. Yeah, I bet that little thing will scoot. All right, so now we're going to be going through some of the photo highlights as we talk about what's been going on for the past couple of weeks.
Bam! Here's photos on the screen. So, okay, for those that have placed their bets and made the gamble that this would be kind of a good time to be here for the leaf change, you gambled pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little early. I think there's still some color, that will be popping off more as the next week or so plays out. But the colors are starting to look pretty dang good right now.
Yeah, it's been pretty busy. The leafers are definitely here.
Yeah, we've seen several of the busiest weeks that we've seen almost ever. It's been wild. So now's the time to watch for leaves to get clogged up into your vehicle cooling systems and intakes and things like that, especially if you're following other people. Check your front grills and whatnot for leaf buildup there. The roads, it's got some on them from time to time, but for the most part, with all the traffic that we see through here, it stays pretty cleared off. Don't let the leaves freak you out. It's usually more of a mind thing than an actual traction thing. It just makes you tense up, and then that causes more problems, especially on motorcycles.
And getting into some of the groups that we knew about, and there was a few groups that showed up that, we weren't really astute to, if that's,
aware of. Yeah.
Aware of. We're going to get to that later, and it was actually a really, really cool rally that came through.
Yeah.
So the GTRs, they were here. They showed up with, I think about every make, model, generation. You had the old stuff, and
the
then
older stuff, the new stuff,
some wide stuff.
Those cars have gotten, the last generation, they got so big to still be what is essentially a two-seater car. I mean, they got the back seating area, but it's not very accommodating for full-grown adults. Yeah, those cars are bosses.
So there was some wagons. These were part of the GTR versus the Dragon Rally as well. And that one actually, looks like an old Skyline from the front. They
were able to, I don't know if they're like retrofitting the GTR front bumper cover onto some other wagon, how that works, but I like that style. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was this is an interesting one that was with them as well, and I'm pretty.
Ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm very interested. It looks, like you say, just tough. I like it. Hi, Rowdy. You want to come up, baby? Come on.
Well, now that you got yourself all dirty, digging in the mud.
Rowdy boy. I don't know if he hung out much last time. Our big boy Rowdy.
The Project Protege. What was it called?
Purely Protege.
Purely Protege, Mazda Protege Rally. Hope those guys had a good time. Looked like they did.
Yeah, I had some that were even a little more...
mid-process.
Yeah, tracked out maybe. Looks like they've been doing a few autocrosses with them.
Took out a few coons.
And the F-bodies made their way through. You had some of the newer stuff and some of the older stuff.
Nice. Yeah, that thing's sweet. Oh, cool, like anime-style Camaro.
mixing the genres there a little bit.
Right. Wonder what one of those old school Camaros would look like with the anime style lines on it.
Hey AI. Oh, and then a really even
The
older
lighting
one.
on that shot of the yellow Z28, it's like, I think it's reflecting off of Kamal's white BMW back onto the side of the car. You can see that the light's coming from the right, but it's hitting those wheels on the dark side of the car. You can see the shadow on the ground, but the wheels are just lit up. The side of the car is lit up.
Oh, and
HHR rally.
Yeah, that was the Ecotech HHR division.
Nice, that's cool.
They had a cool turnout, and it's more than just HHRs, too. That one was really kind of neat looking. Love the backdrop on this. It really shows, like, the leaves starting to change.
I hope
and some
they see
out.
this picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always just hope that these banger shots, these people at least see them on the store, even if you don't get them. It's just really cool.
One of the non-HHRs, Cobalt
Ecotech.
Nation.
Yeah.
It comes with them, I think.
Saturn.
And he's
Nice.
got his little Jason mask down there on the front bumper.
Huh, cool.
And then there was a, 944 Fest. Porsche group came through. And there was some interesting cars in that group. There were some that were a little more kind of factory stock. Doesn't look like it's had much done to it.
Crazy one with the
In the spirit of Halloween.
spooky bones in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
So that was a right side drive car.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
pretty
Isn't
cool.
it?
He should have like the spooky skeleton thing looking like it's driving, you know? Like even have like maybe a little steering wheel on the side or in its hands, you know, and have its hands there where the steering wheel would be. That'd be hilarious.
Getting a little more spicy with this one. Got some bunch of hella lights up front.
Rally style.
A little more rally style.
The car style.
There was just like a lot of Porsches in the area this week.
Yeah, and they're not even here yet. Man, wait till this weekend. It's going to be crazy. Nice. I know you like those.
It's like I keep saying Porky needs a big brother. And this is what I mean by Porky
Big
needs a
jacked
big
up
brother.
Cayenne.
It's like Porky got the low. Now we need something we can do the high stuff. And I don't get high centered and I'm not afraid to go into the canyons out west and get stuck. This one was nice. I believe we saw this car down at
Yeah, he
Coca
had
Lodge
just
one
gotten
night.
it. It still had temp tags on it. That's one of those 911 Dakar. And that rack on top has lights built into the leading edge. He's got lights across the top, like, you know, off-road lights. And it looks like one of Lee Keen's builds, one of those
Yeah.
Safari 911s.
Which you've done a little bit of work with Lee Keen before too.
Yeah, I went out and met him with some of his clients on a nearby gravel road, and he let me ride with him as they went up the road, and gosh, that guy can drive. We were going into, and he'd never been up this gravel road. I mean, you could see, it's a pretty tame gravel road with like long turns, and you could kind of see what you're getting into pretty nicely. So in a way, it's safe like that, but what he was doing as he approached him, man, it was so crazy. Like he'd go flying towards it, and at the last second, he'd turn away from it and then snatch into it and just drift like right around this tree or whatever it was, you know, that was in the inside of the corner. And it was just one of the best rides. It was so cool to get to ride along with him. Nice. I love those wheels. They're just so iconic, you know, that no other car has that style of wheel that those came with. The Volvo Rally, they had the C30 wagons, or was that mostly sedans? That group?
It was a mix. It was a little bit of everything, actually.
Nice. Some older ones.
Some older ones, some really older ones.
What's good?
It's like, I would not have picked this to be a Volvo if it
Right.
didn't say in big
It looks
old
like an
letters
old
on the
Plymouth
front.
or something, doesn't it? Oh, that's the new
And some
Polestar.
really new ones.
Yeah, their Polestar division is sort of their electric offshoot performance division. They did some racing under that umbrella, and now they're developing cars with that brand on it. Nice wagon. Swaggin. Swedish wagon.
There's the C30. I do really still kind of like those.
Yeah, they're cool.
Even
Just
though it's the Twilight car, I know. Let's let it slide.
it's
but
okay.
It's a really cool little car. I dig them. He's got the Move Max arm with a pocket.
Oh yeah, the interesting video.
The Gravity Rally made their way through, had several nice looking exotics, and there was a classic Chevrolet truck group that came through.
Cool.
It's like there was a lot of classics, a lot of old, really cool looking vehicles the past couple of weeks. It kind of reminds me of like a Mad Max Jeepers Creepers
all
mix.
blacked out and jacked up and tough looking. Back when they used to have visors over the windows too. Did you notice that? Like there's something they don't do anymore with green headlights.
Got the rat fink on the side. Had a group of Shelbys and Shelby Cobras.
Yeah.
Because some of them are kit cars. And
Most of them, yeah.
And it's hard. I can't tell a difference. So my bad.
Well, you see how the fenders are kind of flared out for the wheels?
Yeah.
That means it's probably not an original. The originals don't look that beefy, you know. They're tough for their time, but most of the aftermarket
A little more rounded.
ones, they add a little bit more flair to the fenders and let you run bigger tires.
I
Was
don't
that
know
an
what
old
that
Morgan?
is.
I think that's a Morgan, or at least that's some replica kit car that's supposed to look like a Morgan. I'm not sure. That was cool though. Yeah, swoopy little thing. So that's a fairly famous rally car, Lancia Evo Integrale or something. I think those were pretty successful in the rally racing world in their time. Rocky, you blocking me? You protecting me?
Stealing all your airtime.
People would rather look at Rocky than my mug anyway. Ain't that right, Rocky? You good boy. You good boy.
All right, I know it looks rough, and at first glance you're like, ugh. I'm telling you,
Fiesta?
like, that's gotta be a sleeper, y'all.
Might surprise you. Look at all the camber difference between the front and the rear.
Then Speedy Cop.
Speedy Cop's fishbowl, yeah, it's got that. Is that a pacer? The
Yeah, I
rear
believe
end
so.
of two pacers stuck together, so you can't tell which way it's going until it's moving. It's really cool. What you doing? What you doing? Little boys. What you doing there, Sleepy? You sleeping? Oh, we're on alert. We're on full alert.
What we doing?
On full alert. It's okay. There's nothing out there. We have a lot of deer that run beside us in the field back here. It's a family, if you want to call it that, or a group of about 15 to 20 that walk out through that field sometimes. And of course, these two, got to run them all off every time, come up to the fence yapping at them.
No, you're just gonna lay right there and sleep, Rowdy.
Triumph TR7 or whatever. Those things are kind of cool. Like they'll have big motors in them and they're tiny little cars. They'll come with V8s and stuff in them, small V8s. So I'm not sure about that one, but that's definitely a V8. T-bucket, big old vertical flat windshield for aerodynamic proficiency, I'm sure. What kind of gas mileage you get in that thing?
Terrible. So coming up now is going to be probably one of the most pleasant surprise groups, which I think we knew it was coming,
yeah.
but I was
really
not
know
expecting
what it was.
this.
Yeah, people kept saying that, are y'all going to be out there for when Sick the Mag comes through? And
You say drag car, what comes to mind? You know, you're going to think modern type drag cars that they take out and everything.
Camaros and Mustangs with, skinny front tires and whatnot.
And don't get me wrong, there were a few of those mixed in, but all right, let's show you what was really cool about it. This guy kicking it off.
Is he just spinning the tires?
I think so, because his exhaust is right here and there's
It's not
nothing coming out of
yet.
it.
Yeah. Wow. Smoking them.
This was the Edelbrock Six Smokies by Sick the Magazine tour, and it's a drag and drive event and this one in particular with a special focus on gassers. And a gasser, I had to look this up, is because I don't know if I'd ever heard the term before, and as they put it on the website, a gasser is a type of race car that embodies the original spirit of drag racing, which I think we can see that in a lot of these vehicles that came through. There were 70 gassers from 23 states that made their way through the Smokies for this one-of-a-kind event. You can see me grinning. I didn't even get to get out and see the cars, but just the response I've seen online from the communities. And even my parents came through town that morning while those cars were coming through, and my dad was just grinning ear to ear.
Nice.
They were both just really digging the
her
cars.
dad used to be into the drag racing scene and stuff like that. He drove, and your brothers too, I guess. So the whole family was into motorsports, drag racing and stuff. So he was loving that, I bet.
All right, so they hold these drag and drive events all across the U.S.
Drag and drive?
Yeah.
As in dragon? Drive?
Well, for this one, that would be appropriate.
I like it. I'll allow it.
You will allow it this time. And for this particular event, Six Smokies, it was a 7-day road trip in which you must drive the vehicle you race between venues. It was an 884-mile adventure that started in Huntsville, Alabama. They made their way through Natchez Trace, down Broadway in Nashville, and they were stopping at, I believe, 5 different drag strips along the way, and they made their way through the Tail of the Dragon and Murphy. And like I said, the locals were just so, I'm still seeing stuff posted in the local word of mouth groups, how everybody just got such a kick out of this group being here.
That Corvette with all the motor.
And
Jeez.
these are
Crazy.
some of the wildest cars I think I have seen
Come
up there
through
in
there,
20
yeah.
over 20 years.
Every one of those is absolutely unique. Everybody's like squatting. They got the Carolina squat.
On this one right here, I like how he's got the trunk cut out.
So he can carry his drag tires back there, spare tires. It's nice.
Carrying the tires on
Everybody's
top.
like trying to figure out how to carry their tires, basically. You need a truck. Then you can just carry it in the truck.
And if you look behind the front tire, the way they've got the exhaust routed down out of the engine bay.
Oh, yeah. It's like the wheel well.
That's why they got it jacked up in the front. They got to accommodate that.
Clear the exhaust.
And I believe last episode, Daryl had been mentioning the Holdens and how they were popular for stuff. And
In
there was
Australia.
even a few of those in the group here. That is a Holden, right?
I think so. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, they'll get the parts for the Holden and put them on the American version, which is Pontiac GT.
Yeah, I was thinking I recognize the emblem
Or
as being that.
G8 GT, I think it is. Oh, nice. Is that a chopped? It's a chopped, shortened GMC van with a great big wing on the back. And then the flamethrower.
The guy that stole the show.
Yeah, they were putting on a good show for everybody. That's crazy.
Yeah, you can see him, starting to
it
build.
up, the blue flames and coming out, and then it catches, lighting up the road and everything. That's so
Man,
cool.
is that not just like one of the coolest freaking shots ever? Dude, seriously. I hope you find this.
He's probably had so many pictures of that car taken. It's nuts. That's wild.
And
So
you can
cool.
see, I guess, this is how the
The
igniter.
flames, yeah, he's got spark plugs in the exhaust tips, and then he can shoot fuel out the headers also, so it lights it off, I think. That's the way most of those systems, I think, work. Thanks for the show. That was really cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Didn't start no fires. All you alarmists, calm down. It's not that dramatic. Try a breathing exercise. I ain't even seen that. This is
And-
my first time seeing that.
Really?
And I haven't gotten to that week's highlights or that day's highlights yet. Yeah, look through them.
Well, I mean, it's just been on my feed through Facebook.
Mm.
That's where I saw it first.
So he's drag racing that thing. Can you imagine that contraption at speed going down a drag strip, man? It just looks like it would be sketch. That's so wild.
And then the Edelbrock
Is that a Tesla?
car.
That's a Tesla body.
Huh.
The way that front end is and those headlights.
Yeah, I think that I remember them saying this. And this car, I believe I saw it last night, ended up hitting a deer while they were on their way to the next venue. So,
Freaking
sadly, this
Appalachian
one's-
mountains and their animals.
and along with the classic cars, we also had a few classic bikes out running around. Everybody smiling, having fun.
Man, that dude's loaded down.
I think that
Got
is.
some good comments on the post, the social media post. Hey, Rowdy, you want to join in on the action
Come
here?
on, Rowdy.
Rowdy.
Get up here in the sunlight.
Rowdy identifies as a Chihuahua. He thinks he's smaller than he is. He tries to fit into the smallest places, don't you, Rowdy? It's like, I can fit right here.
Yes, you can, Rowdy. Now that we've got all the dogs up here, you can do row.
Rocky's down here hiding. You can't see him.
Yeah, Rocky's right there, and then we got Lily, Rowdy. We got everybody but Daisy up here and the cat.
How many cats we got?
4.
How many dogs we got?
4.
For those of you who want to know.
So, back to the highlights.
He's about to drag a spare. Nice sidecar action. I think I got a shot of that sidecar with the teeth that was on it going the other direction, and she's peeking underneath his armpit. It was so funny. I think that's the one I pulled for highlights, because that one with the obvious sidecar shot was good, but the other one, the sidecar is hidden. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there we
From
go.
the other side. I think it's the same one, and that's one of those Urals. So those have like 2-wheel drive in the back that is decoupleable, so you can make it a 1-wheel drive or a 2-wheel drive Because on the road, the two-wheel drive setup apparently binds and stuff as you go around corners, so you decouple it, make it a one-wheel drive. But if you're off-road and you worried about getting stuck, then you can couple up the rear axle to the outside sidecar tire, and it'll be a driven tire also, and then you're less likely to get stuck in the mud. But it's really cool shot. She's peeking underneath there. I see you.
Speaking of optical illusions.
Yeah. How many legs you got?
Like,
How many arms you got?
Doing a little spark action down there. The drag car wasn't the only one putting on a
Flame show.
flame show. He's got sparks coming off the bottom of his boot.
Nice. Got some metal sliders on there.
And this one I like.
Yeah.
The guy in the background throwing sparks, and these over here just like, doo-doo-doo. Probably none. Well, I don't know. The one in the back probably saw it.
Stretched.
Another kind of dragster.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to lane cross on him, blow your turn, and hit that one.
He might poke you in the eye.
Put your eye out, kid.
Getting into a little bit of the Halloween feel. Spook season is almost upon us. Got the little horns on the helmet.
Crash
Test dummy.
dummy.
Crash dummy? Yeah, I
Crash
guess that's
dummy.
more appropriate, isn't it?
Nice
Dragons
outfits.
on the dragon.
We enjoy the costumage. Just keep it safe, you know.
Make sure you can see.
Yeah, make sure you can get good visibility.
And one terrified passenger.
We need to make a ride like that. Take people on drives through the Dragon with seats mounted to the front of a vehicle, front of the Macan.
No, we can take the frunk off of the Cayman and mount a seat down in
Yeah.
the front part. That way your head's just sticking up. That's kind of what's been going on since the last episode. In the highlight reel, some of the more interesting vehicles I believe that we've ever had on the road.
Yeah, it's cool.
And what's going to be happening now, as of the airtime of this podcast, is going to be the Mazdas on the Dragon, Holden on the Dragon, and the Fall Rennsport Rally, which is shaping up to be, I believe, his biggest fall rally ever.
Right.
And
yeah.
we will have plenty of content of that for the next episode for y'all.
Yeah, he's got us out there getting some shots of the group for him on Friday and Saturdays.
And looking at the Tale of the Dragon calendar to see what's coming up after that. October, I forgot to put the end of the date up there. I think it's like the 29th through November 2nd is the 6th annual competition Orange Mustang Registry. So we'll have a whole fleet of orange Mustangs taking over. November 7th through 9th is the Togefest. I always say that wrong. Everybody says Toge,
Okay.
whatever.
Toe Fest.
Whatever you want to call it.
Tug Fest. Tongue Fest.
Too far. Also, the 7th through 9th is going to be the 50th Dragon Rally to kind of round out the season. In area info news, on Friday, October 17th, it was announced that the Great Smoky Mountain National Park will remain fully open and operational through November 2nd, which it had, I believe, been slated to close on the 19th.
Okay.
And thankfully, they're going to be able to keep that open through leaf season. You know, we kind of gave you a little bit of update in the beginning as to the leaf situation. And here is where we will kind of insert some footage of Daryl's drive through the Dragon earlier.
Look around. Look at all that. It's so gorgeous. I can't believe how pretty it is out here. Hey, there's a car in the ditch. Hey, there's another car in the ditch. What in the world is going on, y'all? Be careful out there. Stay safe. Don't end up in this part of the video.
The big thing that we've been talking about. Okay, not a big thing, but it's been mentioned a couple of times. The meteor shower is going to be peaking this week, and the Orion constellation comes up like right around this area at about 2 in the morning. So hopefully I can get out here at 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning and try and get some footage to insert here. If I can get some photos or footage of shooting stars, that'd be really cool.
Good luck with that.
So yeah, that's going to be here while I'm talking, if I get it. If not, womp womp. So I don't really have much of a history lesson this week, but being that we're coming into spook season, I figured we could maybe do a little bit of folklore in honor of Halloween coming up. There is a lot of folklore and stuff of the Appalachian Mountains. Hence, I've got like 3 books here that I bought that have a lot of stuff in them, but I decided to go with a couple of stories that I was told personally as a kid.
Traumatized for life, fair to say.
He's not wrong. I mean, I still will not go out and walk into the dark by myself at night. It just, nope, don't happen. So, as a kid, they would tell us stories of things that would live, in the laurel thickets, in the woods, in the dark places.
Why would they tell you these things?
To keep you from wandering off in the woods and getting lost.
Effective?
Very.
Okay.
If you're me. I mean, my brothers and cousins, not so much.
Traumatizing for the rest of your adult life.
The entity that, my grandmother would warn me about if I crossed the street and went, into the laurel thicket and into the woods was the catawampus.
The catawampus lives over there. You don't want to mess around with him.
And it was, if the children wandered off out of, the view of the adults, the catawampus would get them and take them off into the woods, into the mountains, and they would never be seen from again.
Now, how old were you when you were told this?
Yeah, like 5.
Wow.
6.
So you believed it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, it was said that it resembled a dark cat with a long tail and glowing eyes
It just sounds like a cat. With
that walked on its hind legs.
in the headlights. That's trying to reach a bug in the sky.
And it was said that it was similar to a panther, only bigger. And in some places, it's referred to as a wampus cat, a cattywampus, or a catawampus.
Yeah, I've always heard cattywampus. But it also means when something's not straight, it's cattywampus.
Yeah, it was years later,
It's crooked.
after Daryl and I met, that I finally learned that the word catawampus had a different meaning. And so, yeah, I grew up into my 20s thinking that catawampus was just a monster that lived in the laurel
it
thicket
could
across
mean
from my
both,
granny.
but yeah, did you find out that it meant something that's not straight, that's crooked?
Yeah, after I met you, and I think you're the one that told me.
Oh,
Whenever I said something, I think, about the creature, and he's like, what? So yeah, it's like it can mean something's crooked, askew, positioned diagonally, catacornered. That's something I learned on into my 20s that I never knew before. And upon looking around, the wampus cat, or the catawampus, is a creature from American folklore, and it can vary in appearance pretty wildly, actually, from being very frightful to comical, depending on the region, which there's stories all the way, I think, from like Louisiana up into Pennsylvania and New York of people seeing the catawampus. So it's all up and down the Appalachian Mountains. And generally it is a cat-like creature, and sometimes it's like a half human, half cat. In my instance, was very effective at keeping me in the yard.
Maybe he just wants to be friends. Maybe he's lonely.
I could have him as a pet. I do like pets, hence a whole lap full of dogs here. So, if you're out, if you dare look into the darkness of the laurel thicket, if you see glowing eyes, it could be the catawampus.
It could just be a cat.
So that brings us to the next one, is the screaming lady in the woods. And it's from deep in the woods at night. You can hear the bone-chilling screams of a lady. And when someone would go look for her and try to help, they would never be seen or heard from again.
Da-da-da-da.
It's like this tale has a bit of truth at its core, for the screams are real and the threat is real. However, the source of the screams might surprise you. What do you think it is? We'll reveal that in the next episode.
Put in the comments. These good boys. I wish y'all could see these dogs down here.
They're so cute.
Cute. They're so cute. They're all from the same litter. They look totally different. Lily's a little thing. Rowdy's a big old thing. Rocky's just pretty. What's next? Somebody farted. Which one of y'all pooted?
And one other tip that I will give you if you're in the Appalachian Mountains at night is do not whistle at night.
I'm going to whistle all I want. You can't tell me. You're not the boss of me.
Yeah, well, you can go outside and whistle by yourself. Because that's how the spooks find you. So, yeah, there's the superstition of not whistling here at night, which, yeah, you won't see me doing that. So now we're going to kick it over for a little bit of bike talk, and we will meet you back here for the wrap-up.
Random Rexy here, y'all. What's up? So, heard y'all like me, miss me. So Random Rexy is back for another edition of Bike Talk. Rexy's been taking karate. You wanna see some? Wah, wah, wah. Go, wah. Do the palm, go wah, 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 wah. Behind me, over here, you're gonna see the magnificent steeds, Killboy and Killgirl's bikes. So it was in 2020, after quite a bit of a hiatus, that Killboy and Killgirl decided to re-enter into the motorcycling world. They had kind of tickled their toes in it a little bit with the teeny tiny Benelli, deciding to up their game a little bit from the teeny tiny Benelli, searching for a motorcycle. We'll take that bike. They got the first of the pair, Nanner 2015 Ducati Scrambler Icon Edition. Fancy lights down in this area, fancy gas cap, bar end mirrors, fancy seat, a Mustang seat with a diamond stitch pattern, fancy exhaust right here, right there. And this is the carbon fiber slip-on muffler with cat delete by Shift Tech. Fancy rear set, fancy wheels, Rotobox carbon fiber wheels, 10 pounds lighter than stock, and a 1 inch smaller diameter in the front. Much faster steering response on this bike. To make this bike more streetable, a B2BO 3-way shock, let me tell you. They let me take a little spin around the parking lot one time and you can totally tell. Upgraded rear sets, giving him more ground clearance so that he does not drag hard parts and, you know, whoosh, into the ditch. Those rides are not fun. Not fun. We're going to make our way over here to the black motorcycle. Killgirl's motorcycle. She was ready to broaden her horizons and look just beyond the street motorcycles. And it's like, why not look at something that can do both? Sid, a 2017 Ducati Scrambler Full Throttle Edition. Not that kind of full throttle. Lights. Mustang seat. Exhaust. Shift Tech carbon fiber slip-on muffler with cat delete on Killgirl's motorcycle as well. Shout to Shift Tech. Let me tell y'all, these sound like freaking little hot rods. Mom! We might serenade you at the end. Lunchbox. Lunchbox! That was Daryl's idea. Good job, Daryl. The rack. This rack with the lunchbox attached to it. This one, that rack. It has come in handy for hauling the lunchbox. Sid, Nanner. These got a little get up and go. So basically 800cc, woo, I mean, entering later bike territory. Those V-twin engines, it just makes your insides melt, let me tell you what. Or it does Rexy anyway. That's gonna wrap this edition of Random Rexy Bike Talk. Hopefully I hit all the highlights of the bikes. If not, they will let me know in my monthly review. All right. Let them know if you want to see more of the Rexy. We'll see y'all later. Wah, 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 wah. Where'd she go? Come back here! Come back here!
Same place. Magic of editing.
So, I hope y'all enjoyed that little addition of info on our motorcycles. That's going to wrap up episode 18 of Kicking It with Killboy. Rocky over here.
Rocky approves the wrap up. He's like, wrap it up, man.
And this is the part where I give you a reminder of a few sites that you might want to check out that were mentioned on this episode while Rocky, climbs up on the table. If you're interested in renting one of those mega lenses like Daryl took to Indy, check out lensrental.com, which we've used them several times over the years to rent gear. It's a great way to test it to see if you want to buy it. And Chasing Curves TV for the Indy content that Daryl was part of filming. Check out Rider Magazine and Daryl's cover photo for the month of October. And we'll keep y'all in the loop whenever that North Carolina tourism commercial comes out. And Tail of the Dragon for the events, places to stay, and places to eat. Fontana Village for your Killboy cabins. Don't forget to use our link for a nice little discount on those. Smoky Mountain Drives and Rent Sport. Club 129 for some exclusive content from this guy right here. And as always, Killboy.com for your dragon photos. Till next time, beware of the screamy lady in the woods. Bye! Later, y'all.
3, 2, 1. This is my Jim Carrey impression. Oh, having fun yet? Hey, Sony, focus on this eyeball. Episode.
Nope.
What episode is this?
18.
Welcome to Kicking It with Rocky.
With
Rocky. Seriously. Butt in the camera. Rocky. That's how they be talking.
Oh, it's so much hotter in here than I thought it was gonna be. The world was in disarray. This is disarray.
All right. Later, y'all.